The number one way, we need enough labor. People have talked about this, but even at full capacity, we don't have enough labor to meet demand or skilled trades. While we're increasing our immigration, we should be targeting skilled trades that want to work in the building sector or the construction sector. That would actually help. Another really good way is improve productivity. This is a longer term problem. We've been hearing about that we're not productive enough. This is like housing innovation. This could be modular housing. This could be new materials, new cost-effective ways of building, manufactured housing. We do need to kind of think out of the box here. So we need to consider more housing innovation. And that will come in time, but yeah, that also takes money. Also important is capital, and that's money. For capital to enter the housing market, to build, you need lenders lending, you need developers wanting to borrow the money and wanting to develop, and you need people buying houses or wanting to rent houses at prices that make economic sense for the builder or the developer to develop. Right now, we don't have that. Interest rates are out of balance with the cost structures and the demand for housing. Right now, we're running around 7% as our interest rates, our short-term rates. That needs to come down. If that comes down by even 25, 50, 100 basis points as they're talking, you'll see demand return. That will be good because that will give incentive to build houses. We do need the capital to be in the right balance. We have an approval process that can take anywhere from 8 months to 5 years. Obviously, we need to improve the consistency of this process and make it more efficient, make some of the studies or the approvals that we need go in parallel as opposed to get this approval, get this approval, get this approval, get this approval, start over again if you did something wrong. That's kind of our process now. We need to come up with a better way of doing this. In many ways, this is the easiest fix because we sort of eliminated some risk with things like MZO, where now a builder knows at least, oh, I'm going to get approved for 700 lots. I just need to finish all the reports and do all the backfilling of all the regulatory stuff, but at least I know in the end I'm going to get this many units. Slightly better, but not perfect. I think we can fix that. That might be the easiest thing to do. The thing that we have to talk about is the zoning process. Some of the things that we spend a lot of time on in Ontario is we have whatever zoning we have a master plan. We should just have like corridors that have, okay, this is all designated up to 25 units, or this is designated up to 80 units, or how many ever stories it is. Have as of right zoning in certain corridors so that we don't have to actually go through our zoning process. An example of that is what's happened with 3 or 4 units in the city of Toronto. Now that's as of right. You don't have to go through a big process, not even a minor variance in some cases, as long as you follow all the guidelines. A very good part of the process. The way you charge municipal charges. If you want to improve housing density, we've gotten rid of HST, we're getting rid of costs on building apartments. You need to go further. You need to drive those costs down. So there should be no municipal charges for apartments. There should be reduced property taxes for apartments, or abate them. If you're building a new apartment building, you get a tax holiday for 25 years. Things like that will attract people into the right type of affordable housing, and that'll change the mix. But even for low-rise affordable housing, like low-cost low-rise housing, the charges are off. So we got to work on that. Again, maybe if you improve the process, maybe you don't need to charge as much on the municipal fees, or maybe you have to adjust property taxes for the people that already have houses. Nobody likes that, so that's probably why it's not done. The next thing we like to look at is infrastructure. A lot of times that's downloaded onto builders. Maybe builders like it because they get the exclusive rights to do certain things on a site because they upfronted all the infrastructure costs. If you think about it, infrastructure should be something that government is heavily involved in, not the developer. The municipalities don't have enough money to build all the sewers and pumping stations and water towers and fire departments, schools. Pushing all that cost into the developer's pocket. That slows things down, that drives up costs. Those are my 7 ways.